There's a scrap yard about 7 or 8 miles down the highway, and I'm going to run some routes scavenging, mostly dumpster diving. It's 3:16, 3:17. They close at 5. I want to get there at least 15 minutes early. So we're gonna call it an hour and a half of scavenge action, scavenge labor hours action. See what we can find. I'm gonna predict the amount of money I make in between $5 and $500. How's that for a prediction? Of course, the most important part right now on a Friday, if you were cashless, would be scrap metal that you can sell immediately to the scrap yard, rather than things you might sell on eBay. But there's always going to be usable stuff. There's a whole bag of shoes. They're well worn though. See all the cans in there? Cans alone would be guaranteed cash, but it really slows you down. So I would recommend skipping that. Of course, if you're starving to death, go ahead, take them cans and get you a meal, you know. But I still would recommend skip them and find better stuff. But we'll see how it works out with my can skipping. This is a good video to see how it works. I'll probably ditch this piece of tin later, but that's a nice piece of aluminum right there. Let's just see how it goes. I may just strap that on top of my pile at the end, see how it goes. If you've never done this before, of course, you won't know where the dumpsters are at, so that's definitely gonna slow you down. But any apartment complex, this is actually a condominium townhouse complex, but any kind of multi-dwelling, any kind of small business, they'll have dumpsters. Well, some places are different. Dumpsters might be locked, they might use a lot of trash cans, blah blah blah, but just have to see how it is where you are. Some cities will allow people to throw stuff out on the curb, and they'll come and pick it up on the curb. So you might live somewhere where you can just do a lot of curb picking. There's like Scrap and Pallet Man and Taco Stacks. That's 2 channels I'll link up down in the description. They do a lot of curb picking if you want to check that out. They're pretty good at that. I can't do that where I live. They don't really allow that kind of stuff here. I mean, occasionally I'll see it, but E-Waste Ben is another curbside junkie. He has all the, he lives in Australia. He has all the hard rubbish days, they call them, mapped out and stuff. They have certain times where people just throw stuff on the curb, and he goes out and just has a good old time. So I'll link his channel down there too. He's real good at that. It's not the sort of thing I wanted to find making a video like this, but typically I would just skip it. I might work that motor out of there, but lots of folks are in cars and trucks, so of course he would snatch that up. So we'll see how it goes. It's one of those produce crates. I would normally take that wood crate there, but we're making a cash now video, so I'll concentrate on cash now, not cash later. I would normally take that stuff back there, check it out online, or put it in the retail store, but it's not what today's video is about. So let's get down the road. I'll come back and get that later. I know a lot of the comments and questions that will show up on this video in the comments section, so I'll try to answer them before. So this can be done on foot, it can be done on a bicycle, it can be done on a motorcycle or a scooter, it can be done in a car, it can be done on a truck. there's actually advantages and disadvantages to every one of those methods. But of course, however you're doing it is going to affect the sort of things you're after and your situation. Right now I'm portraying someone who needs to make cash in an hour, so we're taking cash in an hour items. Of course, the smaller you are, the quicker you are, and the less visible you are. I would highly say do not drag around a trailer with a truck. Doing this, you will attract all sorts of attention and be told to leave all sorts of places. So I'm entering the fringe of the gravy zone with 40 minutes left or so. There's some Apple iPhone boxes in there that actually you can sell on eBay and stuff. So the scrapyard's about 4 or 5 miles away. And in between where I'm at now and the scrapyard is a university. Of course, they're not in school right now, but college towns, universities, even small colleges will have tons and tons and tons of off-campus housing. That's a great area to target. Okay, so that bike's all towed up. The wheel's bent. That's probably garbage. Probably garbage as well. Yeah, the back wheel's all bent up. Looks like someone ran over them in a car with a car. So that's something, if you're in a truck, of course you would take a few seconds and snatch up. And it's not worth a whole lot, but so if you're in a car and a truck, of course you're going to be burning a ton more gas, and those bikes would be like gas money. Of course, when I try to make a video like this, I find one big bulky piece of tin after the next. It's not worth hardly anything. Sometimes you may wonder why I park where I park, particularly when I have to put stuff in my buckets from here. It's because the lay of the land, you can't really see it on GoPro. I can't be parking on slants and inclines and declines. I gotta park the right way, or else my bike will fall off the kickstand. Okay, so some decent little pieces of scrap finally. Nice heavyweight little things. It's always good. I'm gonna get top heavy over here. So of course I'm doing this and I only have an hour and a half. So let's plan a roll in what I'm doing. But you can imagine if you went out in the morning, I want to show how much stuff can be found in a short amount of time. But if you went out, early, take your time and have all day, you know. You can make multiple trips to the scrapyard. Okay, so that's all tin. That's a piece of aluminum. So I guess those purses I found earlier, they look like they're monogrammed, personal. I'm not sure. I'll check that out later, but that painting I found there too had a $90 price tag on it. So I really don't have that much value in scrap metal, but the end tally, where I said between $5 and $500, I guess it kind of depends on how you add things up, you know. You are now entering the gravy zone. Unfortunately, I've only got about 20 minutes left before I have to make a beeline for the scrapyard. I probably shouldn't be picking up farkles, but here a farkle, there a farkle. Oh, I'm gonna try something. Might not be too easy. Oh, sheesh. I saw another farkle around here somewhere. There he is. They usually don't travel alone. They're a species known for their social skills, social structure. Oh boy, I got a whole pack of them. With some farkles, they have camouflage when you look at them with the sun. So lots of times you gotta just to break through their camouflage mechanism, you got to just catch them at the right angle. See that one right there? Oh boy, that's super glow. Good. His scales just happen to be at the right angle to the sun, giving him away. Otherwise, he's pretty well camouflaged. Sometimes they'll try to make themselves look like little pieces of gum that's been squished down there, and little pieces of plastic, and Look at that, there's a 5-farkle. Let's try to sneak up on him. Sometimes you gotta be quick. Don't let your shadow get on him. That'll spook him. Sometimes you just gotta get him real quick like that. 5-farkle. Sometimes they'll try to make themselves look like a bottle cap or a piece of foil or an oil stain. They're masters of camouflage. Paper shredder. Oh, that's a big one. Are you the manager? All right. I've been doing it here for about 11 years.
They've been on me about stuff.
Yeah. People making a mess and stuff. All right.
Thank you.
You mind if I swing by every now and then? Just, I'll keep it clean and stuff.
After hours.
After hours?
Yeah, but don't do that one today.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, I appreciate.
Telling you that for a reason.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll help keep the place clean too. Hey, thanks a lot. So that was a good example. I'm across the street in a different place now, but now you can imagine if you're in a big vehicle, particularly if you're dragging a trailer, how much attention you will attract. You would just be having people all day long giving you a stink eye. Lots of times what they're worried about, besides a needle like that sitting there, as people illegally dumping, you know. You don't even know if that couch came from this complex, you know. They see people driving around with a truck and a trailer full of stuff, and lots of times they will just jump to the conclusion that you're dumping garbage on their property, and they will freaking out on you. You just want to avoid all contact for the most part with people. Just get in and out. No standing around. If you want to clean stuff up, do it later somewhere else. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time. I wanted to get a little deeper into the gravy zone, but I think already you can get the picture of what I'm trying to say. Another bicycle. That would be, oh no, oh, I almost dumped it. Whew. That would be more gas money. Hey, look, there's the stuff I'm looking for. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. That's what I was hoping to find a lot of today. Brassola. A scrapper's treat. More gas money if you wanted it. I've only got about 5 minutes left. There's a big old TV. That's the older one. The older ones will have some chunky little pieces of scrap metal. That's little transformers. It's got some good weight to it. Scrapyard's here. Don't take the screens. Hey, I think that's might be a plasma. But there's some scrap back there. Some more gas running. You can take that home and scrap that out for the circuit boards and the little bits of aluminum and the copper transformers. A little bit of gold in there. If you look down in my description, I have some videos of scrapping listed, and one is scrapping TVs like that. Oh, not exactly like that. That was a plasma, I do believe. Oh, basically have the same kind of stuff inside of them. Stay. There's a little bag in here, unless I need to take my sunglasses off. Oh. That was once the home of a something. What was it, a trumpet, clarinet or something? What was it? Some kind of musical instrument. I wanted to say home of a trombone, so a rhyme. Well, I'm out of time, but I don't think that's what it was. It's 16 minutes to 5. I actually wanted to be pulling into the scrapyard in a couple minutes, so I'm gonna have to do a little driving. It's rush hour, so see if I get down to the scrapyard in time. And of course, I'm stuck behind the slowest driver in the world. Let's see how we did here. 79 pounds of tin at a terrible price of 2.5 cents a pound for $1.98. Pound of aluminum breakage for a nickel. Another 5 pounds of tin for 12 cents. Number 2 insulated copper, 1 pound for 45 cents. That's come back up 45 cents. That's a good price. Pound of Christmas lights, 12 cents. 3 pounds at 12 cents, 36 cents. Pound of brass. Hey, look at that. Brass came up 10 cents again for $1.10. Total $4.07. So that's not a whole lot of money. But I still got those boots to pick up and those purses and a little screen here I'll throw in the retail store. Little Black & Decker bag. I guess I'll throw that in the retail store too. So that's about as bad as it would get. That's about the bottom line. Went back for that stuff. I didn't have the heart to leave that guy behind. He's so cute. I looked closely. I don't see any funk of any sorts. But under there, I missed a DVD player in my rush to get to the scrapyard. Crunched for time. I skipped that. That's a little Blu-ray player. So that probably works. I'm gonna take that home and check it out. That's something I can immediately sell at a pawn shop or what have you. Watch out, Chris! Works just fine. Not too shabby. You gotta watch out, Chris. It's very important work I'm doing, Chris. You gotta watch out, Chris. You're always in every time, huh, Chris? Huh? You like the camera? My name's Grizz and I like the camera. Hi, Grizz. I sure hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, thanks for watching. You want some?